Hello, Bees Bladers! Welcome back, and welcome newcomers to the channel. I can't wait to show you this bad boy. It is sweet. If you're used to Bees Blades, and you come and hang out on the live streams on every Friday night from 8 to midnight, then you know that I love flashlights, and this is the newest flashlight by RovyVon, the RovyVon E10 Pro, and wait till you see it. I've already got to check it out. It comes in a nice little neato nifty case with a little, if you're into EDC gear, you probably have, or if you have a lot of flashlights like me, you probably have 50 of these hanging around. Everything is moved over to USB-C, so that's very nice, very, very nice. But wait till you see this little dude. So I'll tell you all about it here, and it's going to go by quick. So buckle up, Buttercup. An official introduction. This is the RovyVon E10 Max. Would you look at it? The E10 Pro. It literally says Max right there. Ooh, and man, I like their emblem. So this is what it looks like up close, and you may be wondering, what is all this going on? It's not as complicated as you might think. Has a really nice side light. You have red, you have UV, and then the white light is very bright. And then the bottom, I'm pretty sure, is magnetic. Let's check. Yeah, look at that. So the bottom is magnetic. You can stick this to something while you're working on stuff. But let me keep going. And then here is your pocket clip. You can take that off if you want to. The dog's barking at somebody, probably Amazon guy. And then back here, let me show you this so I won't forget. You guys can listen to Bogey bark if you want to know what Bogey looks like. He's on the live stream every Friday night. Bees Blades live at the Hive. Oh, right. So this is unlocked so I can take these batteries out. You don't have to have both batteries in. You can have two different batteries and it will draw off the stronger battery, or you can just put one of these in here if you only have one charge. So you have a lot of different options for what you use for your power. And then these batteries here are from RovyVon. And these are 14500s, and there's your USB-C charging port. And both of these, if you're wondering, in case you can't figure out why your light won't work, they both do go in male side down, and then you can lock this dude. Now, let me show you a couple things here real quick. As far as the size of it, oh, by the way, this has an OLED, oh, I didn't lock it. This has an OLED display, and that display is very cool. Look at there, 4.07 volts. I like this. This is really neat. It lets you know what's going on. Now, right here, when you press the button, it comes on. If I hold down, I have a laser, right? It's a laser. But besides the laser, you can use the laser like some other light companies have been doing. You can use the light with the laser. Now, if I push this side button here, we have 3 buttons. This wheel is also a button. That's how you turn these big boys on. But I'm going to start with this one here. Click this dude and you get the side light, and the side light it's way brighter than I expected, because I would have thought, because it's just a side light, it's not going to be that bright, but it is very bright. You get a lot of light from this thing. So you can set this horizontally, and then that's also something that'd be really good depending on where you are. If you're working on a car or something like that, if you have that 90-degree action, you can turn the light wherever you want it. So that's easy to use. Double tap this button and you get the red. I triple tapped it and now I'm over to the UV. So it has a strong UV light, strong red light. If you tap it again, you can hit the strobe. So if you want a strobe going on to get someone's attention, or if you're using this while you're riding your bike, you get the strobe mode. So that's always appreciated. And it has I don't think that's quite SOS, but you do have a couple of different options for your strobe. So those 3 LEDs work fantastic. Now to turn the main light on, you just double tap. And now we have our lights. And this thing is 1,600 lumens, and the beam reaches 200 meters. And I was very impressed with the amount of power that came out of this thing. I mean, it has a pretty good spot. Look at that. It has a lot of spill and a very nice spot to it. But this is something else I thought was pretty cool, is that when you turn on the laser, when you use the laser, you can't hardly tell because the way, there you go. Now you can see it. The laser is offset from the center. So the laser isn't blinded out by the light. So you can still point to something. So if I'm pointing to something and telling someone, hey, would you get that knife right there and check out that lock right there? Then you're able to use it. Whereas it's not dead center, and your laser isn't going to be blinded out by the light. This thing is super lightweight. Let me give you an idea of the size of this thing. Let me turn it off here real quick and set it down. I would consider this everyday carry size. So it's about 3.2 inches long, width-wise, counting everything. And the clip, it's about 1.1 inches thick. And then up here at the bezel, if you will, it's coming in at less than 0.7. And then let me do a quick weight, give you an idea what the weight is with 2 batteries in it. And I think it's pretty cool that if you only have 1 battery, and you don't have to use these rechargeable batteries, you can use other batteries, right? I think that's a really neat thing, is that you're not held down to specific batteries. And Comes in at 4.14 ounces. So it's about the weight of most pocket knives, you know, that are 3.5 to 4 ounces. PC gear, and I know you like to see it just as much as me. This is what it looks like next to the Civivi baby banner. Look at that. So the baby banner next to that RovyVon, that actually makes a really nice pair. There you go. It's kind of, you know, not much bigger than the profile of the baby banter. That's pretty cool. But the display, turning it on, it tells you what's going on. How many, oh, that is cool. I didn't even realize that. It tells you how many lumens it's at. So if you find a sweet spot that you like, you can put it at whatever sweet spot of lumens. So be like, yeah, I happen to like my light at 955 lumens. It tells you what's going on with the battery. Dude, that is pretty cool. That is neato. So this is the new RovyVon E10 Pro EDC light. It's optimized for easy use. You know which light you're working with. Laser, top, side. That's pretty cool.